This could be one of the most wholesome and warmest videos I've ever made. It's obviously about dogs, and I'm sure most of you are into dogs, or at least you like doggos along with cats. I'm a cat and a dog person. Yes, the idea of owning our very own dog in Red Dead Online, coming with the summer update, is appealing to a lot of us in the Red Dead Online community. By the way, I already had the idea for this video when another YouTuber, Tag, made his Canine Companion video. He did a great job, by the way, and he's an awesome YouTuber. He streams a lot of Red Dead Online and other games, and he makes great content. If you get a chance, check him out. He's one of the few YouTubers out there I actually like and respect. But I will throw out some similar ideas and thoughts along with some other things that came up as well regarding what I would like to see when it comes to the Canine Companion in Red Dead Online. Now, first off, there are already several known dog breeds in Red Dead Online. I went on a little dog search, if you will, kind of like Pokemon style, and I couldn't find all the dogs, but I found a few. But here's a list of known dogs that exist in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well as Red Dead Online that possibly might be options for us to choose from as a canine companion. Mutts, poodles, Labrador retrievers, huskies, Chesapeake retrievers, Catahoulas, border collies, blue tick coonhounds, bloodhounds, Australian Shepherds, and American Foxhounds. Hopefully, Rockstar will consider adding a few more breeds as well, but at the same time, that's a pretty impressive list of dog varieties to choose from already. Now, the way I envision this working, because you're going to first and foremost have to be a trader in order to be able to have your own canine companion, is you're going to have to do whatever it takes to become a trader. Now, the good news is you're going to be able to pick between one or all three of the new roles coming with the summer update. You can be one of all three, like a bounty hunter, a trader, a collector, all of the above, 2 out of 3. You get the idea. So when it comes to the trader, I'm sure a lot of people out there, even if they don't want to do everything else when it comes to being a trader, just to get the weapons locker as well as a dog, are going to want to put some effort into becoming a trader. I think it's going to be pretty simplistic. First off, I think there's going to be like a quote-unquote license for each role that you have to pay for, like a license for bounty hunting, a license for trader, a license for collector. Some other people have speculated about this as well. It makes sense. So first off, you probably have to get a trader license. And once that happens, hopefully you'll be able to automatically purchase the weapons locker for your camp. And maybe, just maybe, it would allow you to go ahead and get your canine companion. And I think the way we're going to be able to have access and purchase the canine companion is possibly through crypts at our camps. So you would go to crypts, and then you would unlock the Wilderness Outfitters, where all the camp options already are. There would be a new section entitled Companions. You would select Companions, and then, of course, you would have the different dog breeds that I just mentioned to choose from. Maybe a few others as well. You never know. And then you pick which coat you would like for that particular breed, as well as the dog's sex, male or female. Perhaps some other stuff as well, like a collar design, different collar types, chew toys, and hopefully we'll be able to name our dog too. I think that'll be a given. We can name our horses, so I'm willing to bet that Rockstar is going to let us name our puppers. So that's what I think is going to happen. Now, I could end up being completely wrong, but it does seem to work with the mechanics that are already in the game. But I do have a few questions about the dogs themselves. So there's a lot of different varieties. We've already pointed that fact out. Will the dog breeds be unlocked by different ranks? Will we be able to pick out whichever dog breed we want? Or is at the very bottom of the rank is going to be like mutts. Like mutts will be automatically unlockable, but all the other animals, all the other dogs will depend on how high in the rank you are, right? So maybe, for example, a poodle's rank 100 and everything else underneath it has an assigned rank to it. Like a husky's a rank 50, a Labrador retrievers are rank 25. Once again, I think you get the idea. So this is a possibility that we may see when it comes to the dogs in the game. The cost figure, I'm imagining a same sort of thing transpiring, not just there being rank requirements for all the dogs. So if there's a dog you really want, you have to at least be ranked such and such to get it, but all the doggos could have different price tags. Now, obviously, the most cheapest one would probably be the mutts, and poodles could very well be the most expensive. Maybe not the poodles, maybe some other dog, maybe huskies, Australian shepherds, or border collies. But I think there's going to be a price range. I think there's also going to be like a rank requirement for the dogs, depending on which one you get. But except for the different looks, I feel like all the breeds are basically going to be able to do the exact same things. They may have different stats. That's something else we could consider because we have different horse breeds, varieties of horses, and they all have different stats. So it depends on how much time Rockstar has put into the dogs, and maybe, just maybe, it's more than just looks when you're buying a particular dog. It also goes with stats, like with stamina, defense, attack ability, or loyalty, or whatever stats comes with the dogs. Probably very similar to horses like health and stam, those two predominantly. So we'll probably see something similar with dogs. And it just, like bloodhounds probably don't have very good stamina because they like to lay around all day. But you may find another dog on the list that has fantastic stamina, but maybe their health isn't as good as some of the other dogs. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I do have a few other questions regarding the Canine Companion. I'm sure you do as well. By the way, if there's a particular dog that's currently in the game or not in the game that you would like as your Canine Companion, let us know below in the comments section. So the big question a lot of us are asking right now is, what exactly are we going to be able to do with the Canine Companion? Is it simply going to be nothing more than a guard dog that you get for the camp itself, and it just walks around the camp, and you can pet it and feed it? Or will we be able to do more with our Canine Companion? Now, this is something most of us would agree on that we would like to have as an option when it comes to our dog. We would like to be able to actually take our Canine Companion with us out into the world of Red Dead Online. So that's a few questions I have. Will we be able to like select our dog and say, here boy, and hop on our horse, and he or she rides along with us on adventures from all over the 5 states? Will we be able to take the dog hunting? Will they be able to like fetch birds and varmints and small game that we happen to shoot? That would make it a lot easier for us, because sometimes when you shoot a bird, it falls several hundred feet away. You have to run over to grab it. But what if your dog actually would do that for you, like hunting dogs do in real life? That would automatically make the Canine Companion extremely valuable to hunters out there. Whereas, you know, they would just sit back and just let their dog just run over, grab that duck, come back, grab the rabbit, bring back the rabbit, and you don't even have to go after it. That, in my opinion, is a good boy and a good girl, and that dog definitely deserves a pet, in my opinion. Another thing I would like to see the dogs do is similar to how pets in several video games, including Diablo 3, work, looting bodies automatically. I know this doesn't make sense when it comes to the reality and what a dog actually can do and not do in real life, but it's a video game. I would like my dog, along with being able to go fetch birds, varmints, small game animals that I shoot when hunting, I would like them to run around automatically looting NPC bodies for me, because it takes quite a while for us to loot all them bodies, whether it's a dynamic event at a campsite or a gang hideout. Now, I don't think we would be able to take our dog into a Land of Opportunities mission or a PvP event, but at least when it comes to things free roam, including the stranger missions, whenever we have to encounter NPCs, maybe, just maybe, our dog would automatically run to each of the bodies and grab the money, grab the tonics, grab a treasure map, grab the belt buckle, and other jewelry. I know it doesn't make sense, but it, in the video game, makes the Canine Companion even that much more valuable. Another thing that some of us would like to see the dog do is have the ability to fight alongside its owner. Now, this is probably not going to happen. Then again, the looting aspect may not be a possibility either. But it'd be really cool if we encountered, say, a hostile predator, like a snake or a pack of wolves, or even, say, something like a coyote or a cougar or a bear, and it would at least help us, or at least, at the very least, bark at the predator and distract it a little, giving us more time to take out that bear or that cougar or those wolves. And maybe it can also be used against enemy NPCs. Now, I don't know if it's a good idea for us to use our dog against other players. I feel like that might be crossing a line, and players would feel compelled to shoot other players' dogs. So I really don't know if this is going to be a possibility when it comes to our canine companion. At the very least, it would be cool if maybe instead of fighting predators and enemy NPCs, maybe at the very least, like I mentioned, they could just bark and distract them a little and keep them a little preoccupied for a moment or two, a few seconds, long enough for us to get a headshot on that grizzly bear or cougar. And the other issue is when you're taking your companion into battle, if we're able to do that, the vulnerability issue does arise. Is our canine companion going to be invulnerable to predators, enemy NPCs, and other players? Or will it be killable similar to our horse, and we simply just have to have it spawn back in a few minutes after it dies? Will we have a dog reviver tonic similar to the horse reviver? That's something I could imagine Rockstar introducing to the game, the ability to revive our dogs when it's injured, critically injured, very similar to our horses. So it might be important for us to have, dog reviver tonics on us, similar to the horse reviver tonics. Once again, big if, we're able to actually take our dogs out into the world of Red Dead Online, which I sincerely hope we're able to do, because even though it'd be cool to have a dog hanging out at camp for us to pet and feed and maybe even play with, it would feel like such a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to doggos, plural, the question arises, are we going to be only able to own one dog, or will we be able to own several dogs? Now, chances are, if we're able to own several dogs, do we have to stable them similar to the horses, or do they simply just appear and we just select which dog we want out of the Wilderness Outfitters section in Companions, and it just spawns in the camp? Or would we have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 dogs just roaming around camp, and then we have to select which dog to take with us if we can actually take the dog out with us into the world of Red Dead Online? And another thing is, if, for example, posse members are also traders, and they also have a doggo, will their doggo, like their tents, be hanging out at the posse leader's camp? So whenever you go to a camp with your own posse, everyone has their own tent, whether it's the standard low-end tent or the upper high-end tents. And if players have high-end tents, those high-end tents go with you from your camp to your posse leader's camp. So I wonder if that would be the same thing. You would show up with your posse, everyone has doggos, you have 7 doggos just chilling with Crips while he's playing the harmonica and they're just having a good time. Lots of questions, obviously. And the final one that I would like to bring up is other companions, because several of you out there are not content with having a dog as your canine companion, or your companion in general. Some of you would like to have a fox, or a bear, or perhaps even a domesticated cat, even though cats are really small. But maybe a bigger cat, like a cougar. That would be a good companion. Coyotes, or wolves, or perhaps a flying companion. Some of you mentioned that, like having a hawk, or an eagle, or an owl. Now, I seriously doubt that we're going to get any of those other companions anytime soon. However, Rockstar does like to listen to our feedback from us, the Red Dead Online community, and if the canine companions prove to be a success, then it's quite possible that they may add other animal companions down the road. For the sake of not giving our hopes up, I feel like chances are all our dog's going to be able to do is, like I mentioned earlier, just be able to walk around the camp. We'll be able to pet them, maybe feed them, and if we're lucky, maybe we can play fetch with them. And then, of course, they're going to also alert us to any NPC raiders that might be coming after the camp for everyone that chooses to go down the trader path. But we can always hope and dream, right? Anyways, that's what I would like to see happen. What are your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding the Canine Companion coming with the summer update? Feel free and let me know below in the comments section. How you doing, big boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Would you like a petting? See, this is a doggo's greatest weakness, is a petting.